One of the other gifts that has been given to you, if you're a Bernie supporter, is a rapid incline. Well, actually, I don't even know if it was an incline. It was just like they're having to admit that Bernie Sanders is doing pretty good. They don't want to give the they don't want to give the old Jewish guy his credit, man. They don't want to give a man his propers, but they're having a hard time like hiding it there. It's like at the top of every poll, they're like, oh, Jesus, we're going to have to start calling this thing a little bit more fair. Jesus, what are we going to do? We can't. Our lies aren't working. He's defeating us even amongst a Bernie blackout. Bernie has been cutting through the glass ceiling one ice pick stab at a time.
Stage when the first ballots in the Democratic presidential primary will be cast in Iowa. A new CBS News Battleground Tracker poll shows a three-way tie between candidates in that crucial state. Senators Bernie Sanders, former Vice President Joe Biden, and Pete Buttigieg each have 23% support. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Amy Klobuchar trail behind. In New Hampshire, Senator Sanders is in front with a 2-point lead over Biden. Ed O'Keefe is in Davenport, Iowa. Ed, what else stands out to you in this poll?
Well, good morning. The poll finds that here in Iowa and in New Hampshire, Bernie Sanders has the most enthusiasm among his supporters, while Joe Biden is seen as the safest bet. Notably, none of these candidates have convinced a majority of Democratic primary voters that they could defeat President Trump. That's important because in the last year, Democrats have consistently said they're most concerned about finding someone to win back the White House.
That's what you call one of those good. That's a good poll in comparison to most of the garbage polls we're used to seeing when it comes to Bernie Sanders. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's not something to make you want to be too excited about. I mean, if you consider, I think it was in Iowa, that it's a three-way tie with Biden and Buttigieg. That's the most disrespectful thing in the world. It's like, hey, baby, don't you love me? Well, I love you and being alone and being with somebody crazy all at the same time. Like, all of you are equal in my mind. Imagine being like Amy Klobuchar. You're like getting your ass kicked by Buttigieg. It's like, somebody get me a stapler with a knife sticking out of it. Because she was throwing staplers. She threw a stapler or something at one of her staff members. I mean, that's alleged, right? She throw a stapler with like a throwing star. Catches Pete. Oh. Elizabeth Warren down by like 7 points to Buttigieg, and that's a whole story amongst itself in and of itself, isn't it? We showed that, but New Hampshire's good. New Hampshire's more like what I think it should be, don't you? I mean, let's keep it 100, guys. Like, New Hampshire is closer to reality for us, right? New Hampshire. Now, that's because in the original poll, they had Bernie up by 27, 25. But here, who would probably win against Trump? For some reason, people think it's Biden. But it's only 3%, so, But still, I mean, it's within a 5-point error. So, remember, this is not like what people think. It ain't always like reality. Like, we know that, right? Yeah, something like 5% of Americans think that the world is flat, Doesn't make it so, Johnson. Then we got enthusiasm. Enthusiastic about their choice. This is where Bernie lights it up, guys. Bernie lights it up like fireworks in the sky. The ramparts or something, however it goes. The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that Sanders was there. Sanders supporters 67%, Warren supporters 61%. Look at Biden supporters. That's funny, man. That's hilarious. Biden supporters are like, give me that guy over there. We'll take him. It's like, I got to vote for somebody. I might as well. You say he's got the best chance of beating Trump? What's wrong with his face? His face isn't normal. Why does he look like that? In the stories, are you sure this motherfucker can beat Trump? Because I don't want to listen to him. Does he have to talk? What if we cut his tongue out? I'd like him more if he was totally different. Anyway, we could give him a lobotomy before the... But so that's what it is, man. Apart from recent gains in New Hampshire, Sanders' support is still the best characterized by steadiness and strength compared to other candidates. And they say here that the other candidates have more volatility, meaning they move up and down, Johnson. But slow and steady is winning the race. Ladies and gentlemen, slow and steady. What else we got? We got anything else on that? I think we got one other thing on that slide. Let me see. One more thing on that slide I think is worth seeing. Yeah, here we go. Probably win against Trump. Now, this is my problem, folks. What's in the water in Iowa? What is in the water in Iowa? Have you... I just want to know, like, Iowans, when you go to Biden rallies or Biden town halls, do you listen to him talk? Like, are you listening to him talk, or are you, like, on your phone? You know, because if you're on your phone, I understand why you might think that he, was impressive, because you're not actually hearing him. You're just seeing his mouth move, like, oh. But you're listening to, like, old, Bob Dylan songs or Billy Joel or something. Like, whatever, Billy Ray Cyrus tracks or whatever floats your boat. But I'm saying, like, Iowans, are you, when you go, like, when you meet Joe Biden, are you looking directly at him? Because if you look directly at him, you'll see he's got a lot of, like, Botox everywhere, like spit and gum and glue are like holding them together, and like, do you think black people are going to vote for this guy, like, anywhere that's not in the South? I mean, because let's keep it real, like, some people in the South are just like, they've been beat down so badly, literally, by the white man, that they think that the white man is the savior, even if he has no policies that will actually help him. So that's why I got to go down there and do a Bernie only tour, and only Bernie tour. But Iowans, you do understand that Biden's not good, right? Like, somewhere in the dark recesses of your mind, the corner, somewhere back there, you leave in doubt. And that's really what's important here, is that somehow you really, somewhere deep down that Biden's full of shit, and that he couldn't beat Trump. Because you see these things, they say, oh, Trump, anyone can beat Trump. Well, yeah. I don't think, look, Biden couldn't beat Hillary. Biden won 0 states against Hillary. You realize that. He left the race with 0 delegates. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Biden spent about $30 million in 2008. And he left with as many delegates as I did. That's what you need to know, dog. You need to let that sink in. Embrace it, because that's the reality of Joe Biden, his success level. Someone gave him a job. The black man did a reverse equal opportunity affirmative action for Joe Biden to even be in the conversation. Get what I'm saying? Like, black man was like, whoa, hey, look at this white guy here. Hey, he looks a little funky in there. Need some hair plugs or something, but I'm sure we can fix him up. Hey, Joe, if you don't talk too much. All right, Joe, you're talking. Stop talking. You're already Joe, shh. Shut up, Joe. Joe. No, Joe, listen. I need you because, let's face it, a lot of America's really racist. So if you shut up, maybe I'll let you carry my Kanye CDs or my Chance the Rapper CDs around for me. Hey Michelle, get Joe here a cup of coffee and slice that pumpkin pie. Get him sweet potatoes. Hey, sweet potato pie. Sweet. So back to the point, man. The point is that Bernie Sanders is doing really well. A lot of people didn't expect it because they are living with their heads permanently stuck up each other's backsides like, oh! So they didn't really realize it, or they're working a lot. Some people just don't pay attention to stuff. Or they watch MSNBC or CNN and it's like, no one talks about Bernie. They talk about Bernie Sanders just about as much as they talk about Bernie Mac, which is never. So the fact that Bernie's been able to withstand that type of blackout is amazing, and they're having to report it fairly. So be on the lookout for a lot of Bernie hate. That's what time it is. Like, okay, we got to talk about him. Okay, we'll talk about him then. All right, we're gonna talk about you then, Bernie. We got you. Did you enjoy that content? I know you did. You got great taste, Johnson. What can I say? Become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack today right here on YouTube, or go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live, and you'll get free stuff, special stuff, secret stuff. Do it today. Wolf Pack.